Okay, folks, if you've never operated a semi-automatic firearm, you should know that the moment you fire these things, it's spitting out hot shells, the ejected hot piece of brass. Sometimes that hot piece of metal might come towards your face, might even go down your shirt, be very starving for you. You need to see examples of this happening, okay? So, this happened in 2020, Ohio shooting range, indoors. It's obvious to me this guy has never touched a gun in his life, okay? He's probably handling a gun for the first time, unsupervised. Like I told you, the gun range will be happy to rent you a gun, take your money, give you the most bare minimum instructions. He's gonna get the hot shell down his shirt. I must warn you that he will shoot himself. So maybe catch the moment he does so. It happens super fast. Goes down his back, he's freaking out. He shot himself in the face. Did you miss it?
What? No, I didn't see that.
That's how fast it happened. So now that you know he shot himself in the face, watch it again. It happens right there.
Oh.
That's how fast it happened. Okay?
Oh, that's blood.
Yeah. Yes. Let me reenact it. This is the guy. This was the guy. Okay, this was him. Ow! 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 No one, well, let's talk about what happened to him first. No one told him about the possibility of a hot shell go down his shirt because they don't got time. You ain't paying for a lesson. They don't got time to mention all the potentialities that could happen with a gun in your hand. So he goes into full-on panic mode. Oh, it's hot. Oh, I gotta get it out. That's all he cares about. I told you we don't multitask, especially under panic. He's lost all awareness of his hand. And when you're frantically doing something with this hand, what does it make your other hand want to do? The same thing. They're sympathetically linked. Of course he'll squeeze the trigger. Of course he will. You're human. Thankfully, because of the angle of the gun he was holding it, the bullet passed clean through one cheek, out the other cheek. He's lucky to be alive. Yeah, lucky to be alive. Okay. Same situation. I want you to count the number of shots he takes after it happened. Okay, slow-mo, so you can see it better. Count the number of times he shot his gun after the hot shell went down his shirt. Okay, so he shot, there goes a shell down his back. There's the employee just minding his business. How many? Because I've been around guns for a long time, I can count the number of shots. There were 4 shots he took. 4. Isn't that employee lucky he didn't get shot? Yeah, lucky. Okay. All right, let's get the next one. This one's going to be outdoors. And this one's going to be outdoors, and it is an actual supervised lesson by an instructor. Watch. So-called instructor.
Cuidado.
Okay, let's break this down. These are beginning shooters, just like you all. What are they wearing? I don't allow that in my class. That's not appropriate range attire. And it's summer. It's hot now. Outdoors, you see the darndest things. I've seen women with just bikini tops on, short shorts, and flip-flops. They're hardly covered. Even if that hot shell is not going down your bra, it's definitely showering the top of your bare feet. You don't think that's going to be an issue? Okay, wow. And as instructors, we don't even multitask. Okay, can he mind 2 students at the same time? Look at him. Where's he looking? He's not even minding either of them. He's looking off in the distance somewhere. The guy's so lazy. He's not even looking at him. Where is he in relation to her? Right behind her. He can't see her hand. He can't see the gun in her hand. Can't see nothing. Is he close enough to intervene if something happens? No. By the time he says, look out, you're too late, buddy. You basically failed your one job. She almost shot and freaking out because of the hot shell. She pointed the gun down at herself, looking down at herself. She could have easily shot her foot or the other person's foot right next to her. Now watch it one more time. Where did the second lady go with her gun? Where did she disappear to after it happened? Watch it one more time. Ooh, where did she go? Where did she go? She had better sense of self-preservation. She's like this. Oh my God, I'm getting out of here. And now they're both standing in front of her gun. Okay, do you agree that this guy's a clown? Okay? And I literally post this on my Instagram and my YouTube channel. I literally put in bold, no, instructors are safe. And I get 15 men up in my comments. Of course I would. Of course I get the 15 random men trolling me. I'm an instructor. And you know what these 15 men try to lecture me? These random ass men. Oh no, buddy, you're wrong. It's not his fault. It's her fault. Oh yeah, obviously it's the woman's fault. Yo, you don't realize how backward the gun world is in so many ways. For some reason, we put a gun in your hand. If it's your first time, Maple, supposedly you already have common sense about how to do it. It's not my job. That's such BS. Your children are going to be driving soon, yes, Mary? Learning how to drive? You're going to hire a driving instructor, yes? You have, right? Let's say, Mary, you hire a driving instructor to teach your child how to drive, and your child innocently got into a little accident, fender bender. Are you going to blame your child or the instructor? Oh, the instructor.
Because he's not listening.
The instructor is the adult. Okay. If you don't have an immigrant parent, who are you blaming? The instructor. You're a minor. That's a child. There is literally a professional adult minding your child. If they do something wrong, you don't get upset at your child. You get upset at the instructor. Did you not explain to my child what's going on? Did you not supervise my child? Right? Yes. You're learning how to fly an airplane. I think those have some serious possible consequences doing it wrong. You got the flight instructor next to you. You crash land the plane. Is the FAA and the NTSB going to be all up in the student pilot's case? Or are they actually checking the instructor's credentials and looking if they have a history of this happening? Folks, do you do anything with potential danger involved? Some risk? Your safety starts with your instructor. Do you know that my primary job is not to teach you how to shoot today? My primary mission today is not to teach you how to shoot. What is my primary mission today?
Safety.
To keep you safe. To keep you safe. That is my primary mission. It doesn't matter what we're doing. There's nothing worth life and limb learning about something. Okay? We're here to have a good time, get to know one another, learn some stuff. And then the primary mission is to go home with the same number of holes you came with. No extra holes, yes? Okay? That's my mission. If I asked you to do something, and I don't think you'd safely do it, I don't let you do it. And you're not going to argue against me about that. And by the way, Robin and I, we're super nice people. We love you. We love you. We care about you. We really do. You're investing in us, we invest in you too. We care about you. Okay, now instructors care. Okay, Larry. Okay? We do care. But because we care about you, sometimes if you're not paying attention to us in a group setting, we may have to raise our voice to get your attention. And we don't raise our voice at you to make you feel bad about yourself or to humiliate you in front of a group. That is not why we do it. We literally do it because we care about you. And we want you to be safe from the get-go. And we don't want you to have any bad habits from the get-go. That's the only reason why we do that. There has been one time where somebody in our class, midway through the class, said, I'm going to go home. Oh, how come? Because you yelled at me. I think you were picking on me, right? And I'm usually mic'd up. Today I'm not mic'd up for the cameras, but I usually have this big old mic. I sound like I'm your motivational speaker for the day. And if I'm like trying to help someone, the whole class can hear in the speaker. And maybe they felt embarrassed, right? And maybe they felt like I was picking on them, right? And they went home, okay? Because they felt like I wasn't talking to them the way they wanted to be talked to, right? And in hindsight, I was thinking about it. I'm like, my gosh, if they had just had a different perspective, because I have to stand next to them and not the rest of the class, you know what they were actually getting? They were actually getting more one-on-one attention from me than anyone else. That was the positive take from it. Aren't I so lucky I'm getting one-on-one critique from Tom? But instead, they saw it as a bad thing that Tom's picking on me. You see what I'm saying? So no, we're not here to pick on you. We're here to actually be very nice, but we will be firm when it comes to safety. We will be firm because we really care about you. We don't want you having bad habits where you harm yourself or other people around you. I literally followed up with her in my email, and I said, you know what, ma'am, at the end of the day, I would rather you leave my class with hurt feelings than a Band-Aid and a bleeding wound on you. Literally. Okay? I will take that critique. Absolutely. If it's for your safety, I'd rather that happen. That you come away with some hurt feelings, and that's the worst that's going to happen. Everyone understand that? All right, awesome. So let me tell you, non-instructors are safe. Okay? You have to know this. Non-instructors are the same. Okay, I show this video to a lot of my students who have had previous training with other trainers before they met me. And they're like, Tom, you're so right. It was just like that. We were all beginners, and they had us all beginners with guns out, and the guy to my right kept checking his gun and pointing at me. And I was like, oh my gosh, did you speak up? Well, no, I didn't want to make anyone feel bad. Okay, did you just up and leave the class then? Well, no, I can't pay a lot of money for that class, so I just kind of stuck it out. My goodness, right? There's no amount of money worth risking your life in them, okay? If you ever find yourself in a class, you don't feel comfortable and safe, and you don't feel comfortable telling the instructor, simple. Raise your hand and go, excuse me, yeah, I said I don't feel so well. I'm gonna go home, bye, and leave. Okay, ain't nobody else looking out for your safety but you. Okay, so no, now instructors know what they're doing. Do you know how easy it is to become an instructor? Let's talk about this, okay? Because I know I became an instructor 2020, I can tell you, okay? Let's do some comparisons, okay? I recently started taking yoga last year, like I told you, for my mental and physical health from this class. Okay, get away from this class. I need to de-stress. Yoga, it's been great. So I know that minimum in California to teach yoga, you have to have 200 hours of minimum. The better ones are 500 hours and up. Okay, 200 hours. My mom, a Vietnamese immigrant woman, was a manicurist, like many women like her, because she could do the job without relying on English proficiency. It's like beautician school. Before you're allowed to cut someone's nails, do their makeup, cut their hair, right? Give them a wax. How many hours are we talking about certified? It's 1,000. It's very close. It's 1,000 hours my mom had to go through. How many hours does it take to become a gun instructor? Any guesses? 8 hours? It might as well be. It's 16. You take a Saturday, Sunday course. Monday, you are now minted an instructor. Go forth with the people's lives under your care. 16 hours. Okay? Literally, anyone and their mother could call themselves an instructor. You know, the first time I started my lesson, I went to the range. I asked the manager, hey, do you need to see my $2 million liability insurance and my certification? Oh, no, you're good, buddy. Literally, anyone could call themselves an instructor, go out there and teach. Literally. So, folks, there's a lot of people that get fun in the gun world when I say this, especially at the gun range. I literally have to like unmic myself so I don't hurt anybody's ego. Who are some of the worst? What is the background of some of the worst gun instructors out there? Cops, military people. Instructors, ex-military, ex-law enforcement are some of the worst. Why is that? They're cocky, they're arrogant, they think they know it all from their service decades ago. So they don't feel like they can learn anything new. They're teaching you like decades old stuff isn't even relevant anymore. You want to learn to shoot like Miami Vice and TJ Hooker? Yeah, go with those folks. I am a civilian, folks. I have none of those experience. I have no fake-ass laurels to rest on. And do you think it was a popular move? Do you think it was a wise marketing choice to name myself progressive in the gun world? It was not a smart move. I literally turned off the entire gun world. I've had haters, trolls from day one in the gun world. Oh my God, progressive instructor, what a joke, right? Probably can't even shoot, right? Folks, you're going into territory that's often very judgmental, very intolerant, doesn't want you to be there, okay? You know what's the best way to shut up your haters in the gun world? What's the best way to shut up haters in the gun world? No? Be good at it. Shoot better than them. Shoot better than them. Let your shooting do the talking. When I became an instructor, I hadn't touched a gun in 15 years, folks, in 2020. Who the hell am I? I haven't touched a gun in 15 years. Even after I got my basic 16 hours, I sought out some of the best mentors, some of them are nationally known. I will travel to get their teachings. Okay? I make sure I shoot good. Okay? I make sure my first-time shooters shoot good. I literally have a page on my website, Holes and Holes. The most scared people, their first time touching a gun in their lives, what can they do in my class? Shoot literally the same bullets to the same hole. That's better than most people at the gun range. Day one. So my haters are like, what, you can't even shoot like my first-time people who are afraid of guns? Then shut the hell up. Okay? Shut your mouth. Let me see your shooting. Okay? So yeah. So vet your instructors, folks. What's the easiest question you can ask your instructor to know if they are keeping themselves updated professionally? What's your easiest question? When was the last time you took a class? Very good, Ruth. Any profession, who are the best people? The ones still learning, the ones humble enough to keep on learning. They got their student hat on. They have a thirst for knowledge. They don't get lazy and complacent about their own professional development. Right? If an instructor tells you, oh yeah, the last training I took, yeah, that was my police academy in 1992. Okay, find someone else who's more current. Or when they tell you this, oh yeah, my most recent class was last weekend. I got my 16 hours. Okay, you get what I'm saying? Please ask your instructors what kind of training they took, when was it, and who was it with. And when they tell you who was it with, go contact that instructor and ask them how were they in your class. You gotta do this work, folks, because your life and limb depends on it, doesn't it? It's like you hiring a surgeon, something like potentially like a lot of bad things can happen. Wouldn't you vet your surgeon? Ask about their credentials, their history, and like ask for a second opinion, all that. You better vet your instructors, folks. Because a student just shot themselves last Sunday, like I told you, in a different concealed carry class than mine. Literally last Sunday, a student shot themselves in the leg in front of their instructor. This was one instructor, 2 students. My gosh, just like that video. One instructor, 2 students. You couldn't even keep your student from shooting themselves in the leg. Yeah, okay? So vet your instructors, choose wisely. They got very lucky. It's a superficial wound. They sent a helicopter even though it was unnecessary. Yeah, they're very fortunate. It didn't hit a major artery, okay? This is a video from year 1. I am a new instructor, year one. Let me tell you about Nina. Nina, as a single woman, had always wanted to learn about guns, but she was super intimidated by how male-dominated it is. I don't blame her one bit. Okay. 2020, she moved to a new apartment, and she discovered the next day some neighbor, had welcomed her to the neighborhood with a Nazi swastika carved on her car. She's a single Asian woman. There are a lot of anti-Asian hate crimes in 2020, if you do recall. So she's like, you know what? I'm finally gonna learn about guns. She took my Pistol 101 like you're doing. She took my second class, Pistol 102, buying your first gun. She has very petite hands, right? And she took that class, and now this is my 3rd class. So it's only the 3rd time shooting a gun in her life, touching a gun in her life. It's first time shooting her brand new gun. She will get the hot brass down her shirt. You see how Nina handled it. And like I said, this is home defense. We put you on your toes a little bit. It's a little bit more challenging, right? They're only allowed to shoot the target based on the color, number, or shape that we call. Let's see how Nina handles it.
You want to call it?
No, I'm filming.
Okay. Square!
Good job.
Good job. She's doing everything.
Everyone got it with one shot.
Hello.
Look how the good shooter shoots. Every target. Good.
3.
Okay, that's okay. It's okay. Keep the gun pointed safe direction. It happens with the
Where's her
brass.
gun
You're doing a
pointed?
good job.
Where's her finger?
And-
Where's the trigger finger?
Yep. Just make sure it comes down. It's a great lesson on what can happen with hot brass, and you don't panic. You good?
I think so.
Are you sure? You sure?
I think so. I think it's out.
Okay. All right. Get back in the ready position. Good job handling that, holding the gun in safe direction.
Good. You handled it right. You did exactly right.
Yep.
All right, she is ready. Green.
And not a big deal. We go back to shooting. You see how differently Nina handled it?
1.
Folks, the day I was filming and that happened, I was ready to grab her hand. And I was like, Oh, Nina did it already. Yes, Nina. Go, Nina. Oh my God, proud instructor tears. Yes. She handled it. Yeah, she did everything we taught her. And it's only her third time handling a gun in her life. Any questions about how Nina handled it?
I have a stupid question.
It's not a stupid question.
Why does the shell get hot?
Why does the shell get hot? We're going to talk about it, but literally when you shoot a bullet, there's hot gases from the combustion, and that shell is what's holding the gunpowder. It's made out of brass or similar metals. So it's literally like an explosion happening.
Okay.
And so that very thin case gets super hot and it gets ejected from the gun. And that's a great question. How hot is it? How hot is it? The worst thing that can happen to you is first degree burn. Okay? I have aloe vera burning gel. I'll be happy to lather it on you myself if you pay me a donation. I just want you to be safe. Okay? Yes.
Wait, aren't you behind them here though?
I am behind them, but I literally am within arm's reach. I'm not here.
Yeah.
I would literally I'm behind here. I can see their guns. My camera can see their guns. Yeah, I'm literally like this close, arm's length. I would never be farther than arm's length. And because this is an advanced class, I am mining too. For you, do you think there are gonna be 2 of you? No. There's 8 of you. There's me and Robin. You're gonna split into 2 lines of 4 people, and it's 1 at a time. It's always gonna be one-on-one instructor, student ratio. Got it?
What did she I think she put the
She immediately put the gun down, pointed downrange. She put her finger on the frame, and then she addressed it. Okay? Yeah, any other questions about how she handled it?
Is there a reason she doesn't take her hand off the gun?
Very good. That's the question I was waiting for. Very common question. Is there a reason why she doesn't take her hand off the gun? Absolutely. Never leave a loaded gun unattended. You're in command and control of that thing. It's just like you're driving a car. Imagine you're driving a car. You're driving a car and something freaks you the hell out. Do you do this? Ah! No, you maintain control of your hands on the wheel at all times. Bring it to a safe stop. Put the car in park. Just suck it up till then, until you got the car parked in a safe location. And then you start figuring out what happened, right? What makes a car potentially dangerous? When it's in movement, when it's in motion. What makes a gun potentially dangerous? When it's loaded. So you must always maintain control of a loaded gun. She could have taken her hand off if she so chose, but if you're gonna take your hand off a gun, unload it. Render your gun unloaded first. It's just like if you're gonna walk away from your car, you're not away from your car running in gear. No, you put it in park, take the keys out of ignition, you lock your windows and doors, nobody else can get inside your car, it's immobile, and you feel safe enough to walk away from your car. Same thing with a gun. Please don't feel safe to walk away from a loaded gun. No, unload it. Show us it's unloaded. And then you can walk away, and you can take your hands off. Does that make sense? Never leave a loaded gun unattended.
Another dumb question. Isn't there something called a safety or whatever?
That's not a dumb question at all. Modern handguns, like the one we teach you on today,
Doesn't
there are automatic internal safeties. There are no manual safeties. Okay, we'll learn about that in the next section. Great questions. And so why am I showing you these videos? This is the reason. Accept it right now. The fact that you're operating devices mechanically that spit out hot shells, accept it right now that it will at some point in time go down your shirt, go towards your face. It will startle you. Just accept the potential right now and just, can you be an adult about it? Can you not freak the hell out? Okay? It's like you touching a tea kettle. Whoops! Is there initial shock? Yes, and then just suck it up. I told you the worst thing that's gonna happen is a first degree burn. Okay? Now listen, just so you know, when you are holding a pistol firmly enough, the shells get spit out the right side, away from you. However, if you hold a pistol not with a firm grip, very weakly, you're allowing the gun to throw it towards your face. If you ever shoot a pistol and your own shells are going towards you, the gun's trying to tell you, hey, you need to firm up your grip. That's all it is. We'll teach you that. Now, even if you do everything correct with a firm grip and they're going sideways, when you shoot indoors, what's right next to you? Mary, Anna, Ruth, what's right next to you indoors? The barriers, the dividers between you and the next lane. If you're gonna shoot indoors, your own shells are freaking bouncing everywhere back towards you. Or if the dividers are too low, the person on their left, they're showering you in the face with theirs. You're gonna shoot indoors? There's a reason. Exponentially, that chance of the hot shell going towards you indoors, way more. So why don't you accept it? Accept it right now. It's gonna happen to you. Just suck it up. The shell literally is not the thing that's gonna potentially harm you seriously. It is the gun in your hand. Mind the gun. Okay? I mean, listen, what's the worst that happened to me? Because Abby is left-handed, I will literally be standing on Abby's right side so I can watch Abby's trigger finger. I am literally this close. I'm in the path of the shells for left-handed people, right? I got my safety glasses on. One day with a left-handed shooter, the shell, I'm wearing a ball cap. I'm covered up as much as possible. The shell, lucky shot, the shell went underneath my ball cap, down on my safety glasses, resting on my cheek, literally singeing my cheek. And I'm like this. Shook it out, went back, and just kept on staring at her trigger finger. You know why? Because, folks, I'm dead inside. From doing this work for 5 years, I'm dead inside. It literally doesn't faze me no more. Okay? Just suck it up. Just suck it up. Okay? All right. You don't gotta be dead inside like me. But just suck it up, okay? Not that big of a deal. Just accept it right now. Okay? All right. I have one final video to show you. It again does involve someone getting shot at gun range. Are you okay viewing it? Just one time, yeah? Okay. There was a single mom of 2 young kids. She also was intimidated by the gun world. She grew up in Compton. You grew up in Compton or East LA or Boyle Heights, right? Where there's a lot of gun violence, even parts of Long Beach, right? There's only 2 general role models for who has guns, huh? The abusive police officers or the menacing gang members, huh? She kind of just kept her head to herself. But then 2020, oh my God, everybody and their mother was buying guns. Even if you didn't like a gun, you were buying a gun just in case, huh, Mary? Right? And she reconsidered, well, I'm a mama bear. Maybe I should get a gun. I gotta protect my 2 kids. I'm a single mom. Okay, valid. She had a male friend. He wanted to impress her. You wanna learn about guns? I'll show you. I'm an expert. He was not an expert. We talked about it. Dudes trying to impress women, that's every day at the gun range, okay? He took her to an indoor range nearby in Rancho Cucamonga, and you know the safety rules. He's trying to show her how to unload a loaded gun. Let's see what happened. That's her at the bottom, that's him on top, that's a loaded gun in his hand.
Woke videos.
Horrible, right? All right, folks. I'm going to show you what happens. Okay? So I'm going to use Abby. Can you be my volunteer? Sure. Is that okay? It's a rubber gun. Let's say that Abby is that woman. I am the dude. Okay? This is what happened. Hey, let me show you how to unload this loaded gun. Wait, hold on. Let me use my other hand. Wait, that's not it. Let me grab it like this. You saw the guy fumbling around. He doesn't know what he's doing. Fake it till you make it, am I right? Let's impress this woman who doesn't know that I'm totally clueless. And he did what's absolutely human nature. Is it easier to open the jar away from your body, close to your body?
Close.
He did this. Oh, now I got a good hold on the gun. See that? And it was so close to him. He was holding it so closely. The bullet actually grazed his arm and then went into her. That's why she's on the floor. And the first thing he does is, oh, what happened to my arm? And you saw the tragic video. The whole time he's pointing a loaded gun at her, didn't it seem like an eternity? She's just passively standing there watching. She didn't try to move or say anything. How come she just didn't try to move or say anything? How come?
She assumed he was safe.
Because he's the man.
Because he's the man. He knows what he's doing. She assumed he was safe. Folks, she gave her agency away. She put her trust and confidence in this guy that says he knows more. And folks, can we just be real as women, as men, as gender nonconforming folks in a patriarchal society? Haven't some women and femmes learned in male-dominated spaces, it's better just to go along with the guy? Don't question what he's saying. Maybe it hurt his feelings potentially. We'll just go along with it. Even if she might have been trying to rationalize mentally. Wait, is he supposed to do that? I guess he knows what he's doing, right? I don't know what was going through her mind, but because she didn't speak up or step out of the way, she paid with her life. She wanted to be a mama bear. Now her kids are orphans. Okay, so what am I trying to tell you? Folks, literally around people with guns. If I don't know you, I don't trust you, period. Understand? My spidey senses are tingling the whole time. I'm watching my back. You know, one day I was in the indoor range back when I used to teach there, watching everybody like a hawk. And that particular day, in swaggers in this cocky male, you know the type, thinks they own the place. And the woman that he's with, she's like this. Oh my God, another cocky bro trying to impress a woman. Every day at the gun range, right? Come on, babe, I'll teach you how to shoot, right? Oh, here, we rent our gun, follow me. The guy was so cocky, he sauntered into the firing line without his hearing protection. Me being the nice instructor, I told the manager of the gun range, hey, Mike, a couple just walked in. The guy doesn't have his hearing protection on. Do you know what the manager of the gun range told me? Oh, he'll learn. Folks, do you literally see their attitude? You know who's really dead inside? Those folks. The people that work at gun ranges. They've seen all the bad behavior 1,000 times over. They're tired of telling people over and over. Fine, you don't want to listen to us? Okay, you signed our waiver. What are we, your mom? You're adults, right? You want to harm your eyesight or you lose your hearing? That's on you. It's when you risk other people that are supposed to step in. But do they see everything? They get complacent and lazy too. They don't see everything, right? They're like, you signed our waiver. We have insurance. Yeah, have at it, right? They're tired of it. They're not invested in your safety. They want your money. They want your money. Keep coming with your money. That's what they care about. So now all gun rangers are safe. Now our instructors are safe. Let's end this lesson right now, okay? And we'll move on. Pros and cons. Indoor range. Pros of indoor range. Convenient. You don't have to drive as far. Yes, they're convenient. Yes, they're located within city limits. Yes, they have nice restrooms, right? They're open past dark. Put your paper target, rent all the guns. Convenient. What's the cons? Do you want strangers as close to you? No. They're clueless now that we know. And just like Ruth said and Mary said, it's louder indoors. You don't just hear it. You feel the gunshots reverberating. It's not comfortable. You'll be all jumpy. And here's the dirty secret they'll tell you about. Lead exposure. Bullets are made out of lead, folks. You shoot them, the lead is a heavy toxic metal. It's getting vaporized in the air. That dust gets in your hair, your clothing, your hand, your shoes. And you're going to bring that stuff home? You're going to go eat and drink after? Pregnant women and children are the most vulnerable to lead exposure. Okay? Don't bring that home, right? And all these people indoors, they're like, they go there all the time, and they're like, I love the smell of gun smoke. That's lead, you idiot. Folks, my first 2 years as an instructor teaching indoors, the lead in my blood is still elevated to this day. Okay? I got a letter from the California Department of Public Health. Your doctor was legally obligated to report your high lead level to us. It's unacceptable. It's not normal within range. It's concerning to us. We need to know the source of your lead contamination in your body. Is it a public health crisis? Is it your water source in Boyle Heights, East LA? What is it? No, I'm a gun instructor. Oh, you chose that. Okay, carry on. So folks, 3 years ago, I moved all my lessons outdoors. For my health, for your health. Okay? So pros of an outdoor range, fresh air. Can't get better ventilation than fresh air. But even so, before you go to lunch today, because we will be handling gun parts in this classroom, don't have to clean this. And before you go home today, please de-lead wipe your hands. Get any trace amounts of lead off your hands today before you go to lunch, before you go home today. Okay? Less loud. You're going to be very happy. Less loud outdoors. Okay? We have more physical separation from others too. We are not near the public, general public. There's going to be no one pointing guns at us because we have our own private area. Those are the pros of an outdoor range. What are the cons? The dang drive. No cell phone service unless you have AT&T. I get one bar depending on where I'm standing. Don't worry, the check-in office has a landline. Okay, all right. We're not absolutely in the boonies. It's still a controlled environment. Porta potties, gross. They're not open past dark. They don't rent no guns. They gave me the dirt for free. Well, no, I got to pay with the range fee. All your range fees, I'm paying for that private space. Right? It comes with the dirt. I got to haul everything myself and set up everything myself. Tim and Robin are helping us set up. We have our trailer parked out there. Kind of not as convenient. But you choose. You decide. You want the convenience and less safe, or the inconvenience more safe? What you want? Yeah, that's why we teach outdoors. Okay? And to wrap it up, I told you a lot of tragic stories. The lady at the gun range. The instructor shot himself in the leg. Alec Baldwin on the movie set. How does the media describe these shootings? What kind of shootings are these? Accidental shootings. Oopsie, my bad, sorry. Right? And the media, they don't know about guns, and they always write in the body of the reporting, the gun went off. Don't they always say the gun went off? Even Alec Baldwin, it's not that Alec Baldwin's a piece of chair. His gun in hand just went off. I don't blame Nikki and Abby because they're scared of guns. That you think, reading enough about these news stories, you think, oh my God, you breathe on these things wrong. They just go off anytime, right? They don't. Modern handguns sold in California are actually drop safe by legal requirements. They've been tested. You can load them up, throw them on the ground. They will not go off. They are drop safe by law in this state. The only way they go off is you putting the trigger on the trigger when you didn't mean to put the trigger there. Your finger on the trigger. That's the only way they go off. All right? So, from now on, when you read about accidental shootings, you know enough. You're educated around firearms to know that every accidental shooting always involves some form of negligence. Even the news doesn't call it that. It always involves somebody either not following any of the rules or they didn't secure it from a child or someone that shouldn't have had their hands on it. Period. They're all negligent. In my world, there's no such thing as an accidental shooting, ever. It's always some human operator error. They're being negligent with it. No better than that, okay? These guns on their own have no evil intention. I told you, they just sit there. It's the moment the operator picks it up and decides what to do with it. Okay, got it? And that's why look, it's almost 11. You came here at what, 8? This one took 3 hours. 3 hours. You think every instructor takes 3 hours to explain safety? No, they don't. I do. I don't rush it either. It's gonna take 3 hours, it's gonna take 3 hours. Every group's different. Because I cannot shortcut safety. I actually think, and you should know, this 3 hours was the most important part of the class, was it not? Because you leave here hating people with guns. Oh, I don't want you to hate people with guns. I just want you to instantly recognize who's doing it right, who's doing it wrong for your own safety. Folks, so to recap, safety around firearms is always a collective effort, okay? And I hope I've inspired you to always have a strict adherence to the 4 rules of firearm safety. First, always treat every firearm as if it's loaded. Never assume the condition of a gun, no matter what anyone tells you. Trust but verify for yourself that a gun is actually unloaded. And never assume the condition of your own gun, because that's the gun you're most likely become most complacent about, your own gun. Second rule, never point the gun at anything you don't intend to destroy. There is never such a thing as a safe direction in the real world. That doesn't exist. So if you're not ready to fire your gun in the real world, well, then I hope you keep it in the direction of least consequence you're willing to live with. Because that's all a gun knows how to do. It just knows how to destroy the thing in front of it. You don't want to put a hole in that thing? Don't point it there then. Never point the gun at anything you don't intend to destroy. Third rule is always keep your finger off the trigger until ready to shoot. Precisely where? I need your finger intentionally planted and anchored above the trigger, away from the trigger guard, above on the frame. And then the fourth rule is always know your target, its surroundings, and what is beyond. Recreationally, is your target safe to shoot? Are there any hazards of a ricochet from your target? What about its surroundings? Are there other things around your target that might present a hazard if you shoot at it? And the bullets keep on penetrating. Remember that. It goes beyond, up to 1,200 feet per second. Have you accounted for where the bullet is going to keep on going beyond your target? In a self-defense context, always know your target means, did you actually positively identify who you're going to intend to unleash that force on? Because once you unleash that force, there's no redo button. You can't take it back. So please always know your target. Did you positively identify who it is? And then the surroundings. Are there bystanders around you? Are there other things around that you didn't account for? Because we are not always a perfect shot, especially in a panicked life and death situation. Okay? And then what's beyond? Because obviously, if you miss, that bullet keeps on going. Did you account for bystanders beyond your target of who you intended to shoot? Okay? And always use proper self-defense ammo, hopefully to prevent overpenetration and harming bystanders. All 4 rules are absolutely important.
They're all equally important to each other. They'll be redundant and pack each other up. We do not get to cherry pick the rules. We follow all 4 rules at all times. And I hope that you also demand the same strict adherence from everyone that you're with around firearms. That's how we keep each other safe around firearms. And with that, thank you. Be well and be safe.